Hey guys, Marsengen here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are rounding out the 50% support showcases here with the TEQ TIEN. This is the final one of the 10. We're going to be checking him out and seeing what he can do. Sadly, he has some really good units that he could buff, right? Like Super TEQ has generally been a very strong typing throughout the history of Dokkan. But sadly, when it comes to his super attack effect and everything, he is one of the worst ones out of the 10, which is unfortunate. As we've talked about in all of these videos so far, all of these guys basically have the same passive. So he's giving TEQ types 3 key 10% attack and defense, Super TEQ 50%, so they get both, of course. He can change orbs to TEQ. He gets 50% attack and defense per orb obtained, extra 20% attack and defense, and 10% crit chance if those orbs are TEQ, which can stack up to a pretty crazy amount, especially if you have two other super allies on the team. Then when you drop below 50% HP once only, he will change the entire field of orbs to TEQ. And if you have 3 other TEQ units on the team, he has guard for the first 4 turns, which is really useful. Now, sadly, being a TN, he doesn't have like crazy good links with some of the really big super TEQ characters. However, he does have Over in a Flash and Shattering the Limit, and we also just checked his experienced fighters as well. He has a couple of links with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku LR that just got his EZA. So back in the day, they were always a popular combo to run together because Over in a Flash, Shattering the Limit, and then 3 key from his support passive, he gives LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku 8 key, which is pretty good, as well as the 60% attack and defense, obviously. But sadly, when it comes to his super attack effect, all he has is greatly raise attack for 1 turn, and then he greatly lowers attack and defense. So the bad thing for that, of course, is as we get further into these events and the enemies start to hit harder, he doesn't have the guard, he's not raising his defense, so if you get a bad field of orbs for him for that turn, he could potentially be a bit of a liability. But we're going to go ahead and check him out. Obviously, as we talked about with the units that we have showcased so far, in the shorter, more difficult events, him having guard for the first 4 turns, with his role mainly being that of being a 3rd slot floating unit, it doesn't really matter too much if that, once his guard runs out, his super attack effect isn't making him crazy good defensively, because if you're using him in the role that he's designed for, even if he's on turn 1, you're floating him off, he comes back on turn 4, he still has guard, and then you float him off again, and when he comes back it's like turn 7, and ideally you're kind of winning the event by then, right? So he gets the double super, gets the crits. We picked up, 5 orbs and 4 were TEQ. So he had like a 40% crit chance on top of what else he would have from the hidden potential. So pretty decent. We want to see, the big thing we want to see, of course, is I really want to see the rotation where he just makes LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku go absolutely crazy. So I'm going to keep Bulma on rotation. I did bring this as well. Which orbs are we changing? Purple. So I'm going to potentially save purple orbs. So this is the disappointing thing, of course, about JP, because we're on the private server. No global exclusive Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Cell. Because for some reason on global, second form Cell in the Cell red zone has the Limit Breaker Vegito aura. Well, I think it's the same one that the other Limit Breakers have as well, but has the Limit Breaker aura. No idea why. Not entirely sure what it is they could have done in the files, or whether when they put the heroes units in, that Cell would get that aura, and it's only the second form Cell as well. It's only that phase, but Cell just ascending his limits on the global side, apparently. So you give them the extra key, lets you get the 18 key super. Omega should potentially be out on Wednesday, but we'll get confirmation tomorrow morning in the news. In fact, when this video comes out, when it comes out, I'm obviously replying to someone in the stream. When this video comes out, it'll probably be Monday already, so we should already hopefully have confirmation of what is happening next on global. But yeah, the links, he does get a couple of extra links with the Yamcha, which is pretty good for him. But let's go ahead and So you're already at the point, unfortunately, with the way LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku's thing works. We ideally want to get as many supers with him as possible before we get the 18 key super for the first time. But because if we super with Goku first, Tien's not going to get a chance to attack. So we'll do this. So 7 orbs, that puts him at 400k. Yes, you can really see the huge difference between these units that actually have the good defense effects and those that don't for their super. Because him going up to like 400k, that's all he's got. So he does have guard, which means that whilst this will do some damage, we're not going to get killed. Which we probably would if he didn't have guard, right? But that 400k, that's all the defense he has. Like even after supering, we could double super, doesn't matter, he only has 400k. So when we get to the point where he doesn't have guard anymore, he's going to be super unimpressive. Yeah, look at that. 29 mil from LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku after he super attacked once. And once only. That's crazy. And now his passive is fully built up. So yeah, this next turn is going to be wild. We do have the Bulma support as well, because obviously she's on the previous rotation, but okay, yeah, this is going to be a crazy turn. Well, I say the next turn is going to be wild. It's purple orbs that we change, isn't it? So just in case, keep some purple ones there. Omega, yeah, JP, it should hopefully be for Global Wednesday, but we don't know for sure, right? We know that Wednesday, again, when this video is out, if you're watching the recorded version, we will know by now, but Wednesday morning is when the trunks, like sales and that go. So they should be replaced by something else. And last year, around this same time slot, because I think Wednesday is the 17th. I think it was like the 16th or the 17th, the last 2 years in a row, they've released an LR in the middle of January. And it's usually been the part 2 LR of another celebration that has been affected by Global having the different schedule. So like when TEQ LR Gogeta was the Tanabata LR and came out in November on Global, his part 2 LR was Janemba, and that got pushed back until the middle of January for Global. And so obviously that's the exact same situation here, where LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku was the Tanabata unit, and his part 2 LR was Omega, and Omega got pushed back because we got Goku, then got Heroes. So yeah, it should be Omega, but again, at the time of recording, we don't actually know 100%. Alright, so this is going to be a good turn. We're going to get... Man, we're here to see Tien, but I really want to see what Goku's going to do. We'll have to wait until the next time, I guess. He's got like almost every link active as well in the middle. That's why I want him to be in the middle. So... try to wait until the next turn. So we got 8 orbs. That puts him to, see, 461. Man, you really see the effect, because some of the other ones that we've done the showcases for, they are either permanently stacking or getting stacks for like a couple of turns. And like, you know, we're on turn 6, but picking up 7 orbs. Some of these other units are cracking like over 600k at that point. And then once they super, they get more. Whereas this guy... I feel like that's, especially with type advantage, I feel like he's taken probably the most damage out of any of the ones that we've shown so far, which is a little bit disappointing. Oh yeah, let's do this. Yeah, Cell won't know what hit him. And then we'll save as many of these in orbs as we can here. Well, that doesn't matter, because we probably will just... Well, we'll just kill him this turn, right? Because Bulma's going to eat this. Yep. Double-digit damage. Damn, 10 mil on the additional super. That's crazy. Yeah, bye, Cell. Piccolo and Yamcha don't even get a chance. Don't even get a look in. Alright, so... Okay, we can get some decent orbs here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Look at that start of turn defense. 61k. Oof, that's bad. Alright, let's do this. I mean, if he supers slot 1, we actually still might die, even with all of this, like... Right, so 11 orbs, 9 of which were tech. That puts him up to... Is that it? 290k? That's so bad. He is debuffed, but yeah, that's so bad. Oh god, we might actually die. Well... Yeah, good night, sweet prince. Hopefully Cell doesn't super attack in slot 1. But it would be nice if Yamcha's active skill was an action break, but it's not. So, and frame 1 super from Cell, yeah. Okay. 146k. And then remember, we don't get any extra defense on super. So, that's what he's looking like for the rest of the turn. 10 million attack stat, though, is nice, but... 10 million attack stat followed by getting killed doesn't help you. Oh, we got lucky. 33.7 for Goku. So yeah, I mean, that's what TN is essentially going to be useful for, right? 33 mil. And then we do an additional normal attack that does 4.4 million. But then, of course, now Goku, having lost his damage reduction, is going to get supered. How much did he take from this? Yeah, 368. Yeah, I mean, he did get the additional normal. If he'd got an additional 12 key super, he would have had an extra defense raise. Although, to be fair, if he'd got the additional 12 key super, we'd have been looking at like 20 million attack stats. So he actually would have just killed Cell, most likely. Yeah, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku's EZA is crazy. You don't want him getting supered after he does the 18 key super, though. But Yamcha gonna sell. He came so close to actually killing him, but... He did not sell, fortunately. I mean, technically we could get one more turn with TN here, because if I just leave Goku in slot 1, he's going to die and then revive. So... although... Yeah, that healed me a bit more than I was expecting. Well, we'll see. Oh, I only did 89k. That's more than I expected, but... If I'd used Goku's active skill, I'd realised we got the animations turned off, so I would have probably swiped up and not realised, and then we wouldn't have seen it anyway. But yeah, anyway, so I guess Goku is going to finish him off, so... Yeah, TN, sadly, I guess it seems like we did save one of the worst ones for last. It just really shows you the huge difference that it makes for these guys with their super attack effects. Because the ones that have the really good super attack effects are actually incredible units. You know, they're the ones that it's really going to be difficult to, you know, have to not summon for because it's right before the anniversary for a lot of people. But for TN, man... Definitely disappointing. Like, even if you get a fairly good orb change, he's still not going to have particularly crazy defense. Which is why, as I said already, in the shorter events where you're getting guard for 4 turns, it's not as bad. Because if you're floating him off, he has guard up until he appears again on like turn 7 or 8 if he was on turn 2 to start with. And then you can probably get away with that, but otherwise it's going to be like a little bit awkward. But yeah, he's one of those ones. Any of the ones that are not raising defense on super, you should build them full dodge. So TN is 100% like a full dodge character. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of him down below in the comment section. Now that we've done all 10, let me know which one is your favorite. Which one do you think is the best? Which one do you think is the worst? Let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.